morning, YouTubers. I thought I'd do a little comparison today to compare a Milwaukee 18-volt cordless blower with a Dewalt 18 or 20-volt cordless blower. And you might recall I did a comparison or did a review on this one that I bought here about a month ago, I guess it was. And my neighbor picked this one up, and he was kind of not sure about it. And I said, well, bring it over and we'll do a comparison. That's what we're going to do today. Now, just to kind of recap, I actually printed out the specs from Milwaukee and similarly from Dewalt. Now, mind you, this is an 18-volt Milwaukee fuel, and this is the Dewalt 20-volt brushless. So the Milwaukee is 4.9 pounds, the way you see it here, and the Dewalt is a little bit heavier. It's 5.5 pounds. This has an 8 amp hour battery on it, and the Dewalt has a 5 amp hour battery on it. So that probably have a little bit of difference and affect the operation a little bit. Now, the other thing I can't do is I don't have the charger for this, so I don't know how charged the battery is on it, but we're going to move on anyway. This Milwaukee advertises or specs out at the airspeed is 120 miles an hour. Don't have anything to measure that to verify it, but we're going to take that to word. And the maximum air volume is 450 cubic feet a minute. With the Dewalt, 125 miles an hour and 450 cubic feet a minute. So pretty close. Now, a couple differences. One, this Milwaukee has a 2-speed button here. That's the fast button, that's the low button. The Dewalt just has a variable speed trigger. You can kind of hear it here. So I just pull it real slightly. It's kind of hard to do that. And the Dewalt also has a button up here that you can push that holds the speed on. Now it's also got, the Dewalt's got a little deal on the end here. I'm not sure what the heck this is, but what do they call it? They call it something, velocity improver. What it looks like is some gimmick that some engineering student did an internship for DeWalt and figured out, oh, we'll make something that looks space age, and we'll put that bad boy on there and we'll sell it and have the marketing department do something with it. There's some sort of name they have for it. They claim that that helps increase the volume. Now, one thing I wish both of them had is a flat that you can get down right on the floor that blows it out flat, but neither one of them have that. Now, actually, to be honest with you, this one seems lighter to me for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it does. It just seems lighter. I don't know why that would be or whatever. But they both have about the same length. The Milwaukee is a little slender, but a little longer here, as you can see in the from here to back to the battery versus this one. And this one also, you can stand up like that. It's also got a handle that you can hang it on, which the Milwaukee doesn't. Now the Milwaukee has something here, I guess, where you could hang it on a nail or a screw on a wall or something like that. You could go in there. It's got a little, as you can maybe see there, it's got that little thing. Now also, I didn't mention on the Milwaukee, it also has a lock button, a button right here that locks the trigger. And it locks the trigger. Actually, I kind of do like how the DeWalt batteries come off. They just come off, seem like a little easier. They snap on like that. They've got a little button right here that you can just push, and it seems like the batteries slide off easier, both on here and I suspect on the charger as well. The Milwaukee is a little, you got to clip it here, and they're a little harder to get out of there. Not a problem for me, but the head of the domestic engineering department here at the shop, she has a little tough time getting these out sometimes. I put them into the charger, so sometimes I've got to give her a hand, but the last couple times, she's done just fine. So she's picking up. She's learning. All right, so that's kind of that. The Milwaukee has also I think this is a patented deal where they have the light indicator for charging value. Okay, I've had the door open so you can see I've got some leaves on the floor here that's been blowing in, and There's a bunch of dust and crap on the floor. So what we're gonna let's take the Milwaukee and we'll just do a little view of that one. We got it on the high-speed mode here. Okay, you can see that's good. That blows pretty good. All right, now let's give the Dewalt a whirl. So we'll go over here to the other side where we've got a little more junk now still left on the floor. And we've got the super duper volume air accelerator, or whatever the heck you call it on the end there. Let's go ahead and take that super duper air accelerator off and see what it does. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure there's a heck of a lot of difference in them, to be honest with you, in terms of how they'll clear things out and blow stuff out. So I would say it probably comes down to a couple of things that would bring you from the Milwaukee to the Dewalt. A, if you like Milwaukee tools and you have some other Milwaukee tools, then that's almost a no-brainer. Similar with the Dewalt. So it's kind of what you've got already picked up in your shop. If you've got some Dewalt tools versus Milwaukee tools, then you might want to buy the Dewalt and move on to the Dewalt batteries. And same with Milwaukee. Now, the other thing, I just think this one has a little more heft to it. It just seems a little better balanced to me versus the Dewalt. They're both good, they both feel okay. I do like the fact that the Dewalt you can stand up like that, and it's also got the hanger thing here, handle, it's kind of handy, whereas the Milwaukee doesn't have that. I think both of them blow pretty well. I'm not sure this fancy schmancy marketing gimmick here at the top actually does much, but the other thing I wasn't able to do is test how long these batteries work. Now obviously an 8 amp hour battery should last longer than a 5 amp hour battery, but I wasn't able to test that, so we'll just have to assume that they both produce the same amount of power. I think the 8 amp would just last longer. That's how I understand it. But so again, personal preference, both seem to blow pretty well. For around the house, around the driveway, the yard, I think each would perform well. I'm just partial to Milwaukee. Other folks out there are partial to DeWalt. I just like the feel of the Milwaukee a little bit better. And the Milwaukee, by the way, is a little more expensive. It was, to get this 8 amp hour battery, and the tool was $249, I think it was, at the Orange store. And the DeWalt, I think my neighbor told me that he paid $160 with the 5 amp hour battery and the charger. So about $100 difference. So that might sway your view. Anyway, hope this is helpful. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, hit that subscribe button. I guess it'll be right there. And come back for some more videos. We've got a bunch on the channel. We do something like this every now and then. And whether it be a comparison or a project around the shop here. So hope to see you soon. Take care.